My parents demanded I should do 50% of all chores, but they didn't expect that to backfire on them. We're done being your servants, Mom announced, slapping a contract on the kitchen table I'd scrubbed an hour ago. This says that you will do exactly 50% of all household chores. Sign it. She started recording on her phone while Dad stood behind her, arms crossed. We're exhausted from carrying you. The irony was incredible. I'd been doing way more than 50% of everything for 2 years, while they couldn't even tell you where we kept the laundry detergent. Mom hadn't cooked since 2022. Dad hadn't touched a vacuum in forever, yet they genuinely believed they were doing most of the housework. 50%, or find somewhere else to live, Dad added, wearing the shirt I'd ironed that morning. I looked at the contract, then at their smug faces, then I signed it with a smile. You're absolutely right. 50% starting tomorrow. I promise I'll never do more than my exact share again. They actually high-fived each other, like they'd just won a free slave in the lottery, not realizing their problems were about to skyrocket. The next morning, Mom was on the phone with her sister at 6 a.m., bragging about their breakthrough in parenting. We finally taught him responsibility, she gloated. Kids these days need firm boundaries. Dad chimed in from the bathroom. Should have done this years ago. Watch how smooth everything runs now that he knows we mean business. They moved through their morning routine with the confidence of people who'd never had to think about clean clothes magically appearing in their closets or lunches mysteriously packing themselves. That's when I decided to follow exactly what the contract said. 20 minutes later, I started the laundry and pulled my clothes out mid-cycle, leaving the machine full of soapy water. Dad discovered his work shirts floating in cold gray water at 7 a.m., his confident whistling dying mid-note as he started screaming from the laundry room. He missed his critical client meeting trying to dry a shirt with Mom's hairdryer, still damp patches visible during his afternoon presentation. Mom fared no better. She'd assumed her presentation outfit would be clean as always, only to find it buried under a week of their dirty clothes. She did her Zoom presentation to corporate in a wrinkled gym shirt, her credibility evaporating as quickly as her promotion chances. By Wednesday, the house reeked. I'd taken out exactly one trash bag, mine, leaving theirs to ferment in the summer heat. When Mom's book club arrived, I watched from my spotless half of the living room as her best friend's face contorted at the smell. We're doing exactly 50-50 now, I explained cheerfully, showing them Mom's recorded contract. She was very insistent about fairness. The women exchanged glances before suddenly remembering other commitments. Mom's smile cracked like old paint. The real collapse came Friday when Dad's boss arrived for dinner. I'd vacuumed exactly half of each room, leaving a perfect line down the middle like a bizarre art installation. The dining table was set only on my side, where I sat eating takeout while Dad frantically tried to explain why half their home looked abandoned. Where's the food? Dad hissed in the kitchen. I only bought my half of groceries. Cooking for others would exceed my share, I called out, loud enough for his boss to hear. The man left after 15 minutes, muttering about family issues. When they realized they'd messed up, they attempted gaslighting me into going back to how things were. You're being deliberately difficult, Mom accused during another family meeting. This isn't what we meant and you know it. I pulled out my phone, playing back her video from the first meeting. You said, and I quote, exactly 50% of all household chores, no more free rides. I have spreadsheets showing I'm doing precisely 50%. Dad tried a different angle. You're supposed to be mature enough to understand what we really meant. Oh, so you meant I should read your minds instead of following the written contract you made me sign? They went silent, awkwardly avoiding my eyes. They couldn't exactly scold me about doing exactly what they wanted me to do. When their friends started joking about the 50% house at social gatherings, they cracked. Please, just go back to how things were before, Mom begged. We didn't realize you were doing so much. Dad nodded frantically. We'll rip up the contract. Just please, clean the bathroom properly. My boss is coming for dinner tomorrow. I leaned back in my chair, savoring the moment. Actually, I'm really enjoying this new system. It's given me so much more time for studying, and my grades have never been better. Plus, you were right. 50% is much fairer than what I was doing before. The panic in their eyes was palpable.